Okay. Tony, turn your video on, man. We live, chump.
Oh, we live?
We live. We in that thing. Yeah?
Oh, we live, man. Send me that link.
Okay. And I'm putting it in the chat now. Oh, there it is, young man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, sir.
Chat and whatnot. There we go. All right. Close the chat. Say what's up to the peeps. What's going on, people? We out here. Josh is finishing up with Kev. Y'all know Kev is a tyrant and he don't let Josh leave when he wants to.
I don't see the link. You send it via email?
No, I put it in the chat, the Zoom chat.
The Zoom chat. Oh.
Yeah, I thought it'd be easier to copy and paste that way instead of
you dead on with this. I ain't even know. Okay, yeah.
That way you can do it all from the computer.
This is beautiful.
Hey man, I told you I'll be trying to help.
Be quiet, man. I don't like
your
attitude.
Just be quiet.
I don't like your attitude while you trying to help.
You're an old, angry man for no reason.
Why I got to be old every time? You older than me.
That's how you act, Tony. You ain't like a hothead that's just flying off the handle. You always telling people to go to bed and stop talking. Sit down, drink your water.
You older than me, though.
Nah, here's the thing though. I got an old soul, Tony. You an old man. That's the difference. Old soul means I find things nostalgic, like old school cars, record players, poster boy hats. You know, that's the stuff I like. You like going to bed at 6 p.m. Waking up in the morning.
To here. Stop. To here. When have I ever gone to bed at 6 p.m.?
When we in the car on the way to a
show. Falling asleep in the car ain't going to bed. You said yourself, I'll be fighting sleep. Old people never fight to sleep.
Yes, they do. You ever try to go into your grandparents' house or your uncle house? You try to change Murder, She Wrote or Wheel of Fortune. They'll fight you if you try to change Wheel of Fortune.
That's because you turned off their program.
But they sleep.
They be going to bed though. You struggling, man. You out here with the fumbled up paperwork and you trying to maintain.
No, I'm telling you the truth, Tony Baker. You just don't want to accept it.
Nah, man.
I'm an old soul. Like I've been here before.
But you older and crankier than me.
No, Tony. I only get cranky when what?
Pets, kids, people. You are cranky. Late. You cranky.
Late is valid though. Late is valid. And there's a lot of people that don't like pets or kids. Yeah, see? You got nothing to offer right now. So
no, I'm just saying, like, that's all I need. I gave you more than enough examples.
All right, well, you put it in the chat. Let's see what the people say.
Let's see what the people say.
All right, so while y'all are getting that together, go ahead and grab that Katori Walker album. It's called Stubborn. That's what we're reviewing today. Look, they're saying Tony is older acting.
Wait, hold on. That's one person.
Hey, Natasha. Steven said definitely Tony.
This must be your people. This must be the to hear.
People saying Tony for sure. Now you put the link in your Patreon too. Your people up in here too.
They're not in there yet though.
Tony has the grumpy old man attitude, grumpy old person attitude. Tony old for no reason. Tony for sure. Tony. Definitely
like
Tony.
this,
He
man.
be on Twitch asking which button to press. Tony older actor, but Tahir is cranky too. Tony got the old man voice. It's all you, Tony.
Well, I can't help the voice. That's out of my control. If you say I got an old voice, I was born with this. I can't do nothing about that.
You wasn't born with that voice. You
Wait,
didn't
hold on. We getting some Tahirs now.
Where? I see one Tahir.
I see two. I see a Tahir
Oh,
for
okay,
sure. Tahir, both of y'all act old. Tony is a senior citizen. Always Tony. Tony is old. He has sensitive hearing. Definitely Tony. I feel like Tahir is, though.
Jennifer said, Tahir been old since 14, but Tony is just over 75.
What makes me old, y'all?
Huh?
I'm asking them, what makes me old, y'all?
See, they said Tony has an old soul. Tony be mad fussy.
Because I don't like people talking over each other?
Hey man, I don't know.
That's what makes me fussy?
Hey man, listen, don't take it out on the people. You pose the
To
question.
hear complain about everything.
I'm gonna start complaining about complaining.
Tony has his moment.
Why is this an argument? Tony has a moment. Both of y'all old as fuck.
Tony
hey,
look
man,
like a younger Morpheus. They ain't got nothing to do with
Nicole,
nothing.
Sandra Perkins, both y'all old as fuck.
To hear a cranky Pisces. To hear cool Uncle Old.
Yeah, see?
I'm always grumpy. This is how y'all see me? I'm always grumpy.
Only time you have fun is when you're doing your voiceovers. That's the
I
only
don't think y'all follow me, man.
Word to the people. Power to the people. They know the real.
I want people to know, what am I fussy about, y'all?
You want people to know or you want to ask people?
Be quiet. I'm talking to them.
See? This is exactly what they're talking about.
What am I fussy about, y'all?
Don't be fussy, man.
If y'all calling me fussy about people talking over one another, then hey, I just can't deal with that. I didn't know that was an old trait, though.
It's an old trait when you get so fed up with it, you don't want to participate in shows no more.
Wait, I didn't do that.
We miss you on Squadcast and on Quarantine Games. You be like,
Squadcast didn't want to pay me, so I was out.
Oh, snap. Air them out, Toad. Come on, man.
Now I think you can get paid, Toad, because those gone, so you would be the guest all the time.
Well, they didn't convey that to me, so I was like, okay.
I will confirm that. I think I think Squadcast is a show that they want to continue to rotate people though. But I think Quarantine Game is something you can always pull up to anytime you want to. You know what I'm saying? Josh, you gonna join with your camera? Buster pulling up late. Tell Kev about Squirrel. Hey Kev.
I'm still waiting on y'all examples.
Hey Kev, how you doing, bro? Love you, bro. I had just said a prayer for you this morning.
What was that, Tahir?
I was just saying, tell Kev I love him. I'll beat Kev ass.
Sorry, man. We went a little late on the bonus, and our guest so this is what happened. We got Amber Riley coming in today. She was supposed to be here like 30 minutes ago. That was just in time. It would have been just in time for me to set him up. What so? It would have been just in time for me to set it up and then hand it over and then me hop in here. However, he's running late, so I literally just got to go press record, then I'll come here when she gets here. But sorry, guys. I apologize. This was like a last-minute thing. It was scheduled for Tuesday, but then she requested a rescheduling for today, so that kind of – what this.
Okay. Is Kev about to leave?
Nah. Kev's in here.
Is he finna film something? Ask him if he want to pull up. Tell him we're listening to the earthly music, but he's more than welcome to join if he wants.
Yeah, I was going to, but like I said, they're about to shoot his thing with Amber.
Okay. I thought y'all had just finished that. My bad.
No, we did the bonus episode before this. That was at 11:30 for that podcast. Here's the thing, and the Amber Riley thing was supposed to be like 15 minutes after, but she's a little late. So that kind of cooked this overlap in time. But
Gotcha.
here, the only reason I'll need to step away real quick is just to go press record and then come right back here.
Okay.
After.
Look, I'm going to show you guys, before we get started real quick, I'm going to show you guys an exclusive. It's not a clip or anything, but just some exclusive shots of some of the stills from some of the commercial.
Fire.
Yeah, man, we shot the commercial today. It was a lot of fun.
Congrats.
Shot a whole commercial in 2 hours.
Why can't they all be like that, man?
Man, because people ain't about that life, man. I went in there with a plan and we got that shit done. So yeah, let me pull that up real quick for y'all. And then we're gonna get started. I'm letting people pull up and also letting them go ahead and get the album. It's on Apple and on Spotify. It's called Stubborn by Katori Walker. I got it queued up right there. So some of y'all may recognize Young Dom, you know what I'm saying? Got some good shots. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a good thing. Shout out to Tangerine, she came through as well. Shout out to everybody at Transit, man. We
that's why you hit me this morning.
Yeah. I was gonna have you come do some steals, so I just did it with the phone.
I'm sorry, man.
That's all good, bro. You had to work. All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing started, man. I think we've had enough time. I know Tony Baker has a nap scheduled, and he got to wake up and go fuss at some birds.
I don't take naps.
You know what? That's something I could back Tony on. Tony don't sleep, period.
That's what I'm saying, Josh.
It'll be 3:30 a.m. He'll be like this on the bed.
And Tahir says that about me all the time. Tony don't sleep. And then he was like, Tony be sleep like an old man. I'm like, all right.
Hey, man, if it fits my argument, Tony, I'm going to go with it, okay? So
and then the comment section, they provide no evidence of me being fussy on the examples. They got nothing.
Hey, Tony, they said we should do the reboot of Grumpy Old Men. I think that would be hilarious.
I'm all for it.
Oh, man, we should write that script for real.
That would be for it, bro.
Fantastic. Oh,
I would love to play an old man.
Yes. You just wake up and go to set.
Man, and see what you did there, and I don't like it.
All right, so we are listening to Katori Walker, Stubborn. It is on Spotify. I believe it's on Tidal as well, and it's definitely on Apple Music. I've heard Katori on a couple of the playlists that Spotify has made for me, you know, the daily playlist that they make. And I'm a fan of the songs that I've heard. I have not listened to the album in its entirety. I think I've only heard maybe like 1 or 2 songs actually on this album. It came out in 2019, and I'm excited about it, man. We're gonna come up with a list of albums that when there isn't a big release that we could just pull from. But this was kind of like last minute. We wanted to make sure we got something out to you guys. So this is what we're doing today. And yeah, we're about to get this thing popping. So any expectations, any predictions, anything? I know you guys aren't familiar with it at all.
Nothing.
I'm coming in super fresh.
The song that I like the most right now, and it's only because I'm familiar with it the most, is Sometimes. And I think that might have been one of his singles, but that joint is fire. It has a dope breakdown at the end. So my one prediction is that you guys are gonna like that one, and you're really gonna love the breakdown on that one. And yeah, that's about all I got from it. Not a lot of features, actually, just one feature on there. It's 7 tracks. A little EP came out last year in March, and I like that. I like when the EP is not doing too much; it just gives you enough and gives you something to look forward to with the album. And it's only 23 minutes long, so this should be a pretty good one. Yeah. So for those that this is your first time, we don't play the music. We mute everything, and you guys will get to listen to it as we listen to it, sometimes for the first time. And we rate everything from 1 to 5, every song. And then we give the whole album an overall rating as well. And everybody has, different feelings about things, and nobody holds punches. We be completely unbiased. And it's usually a good time. You know what I'm saying? So y'all ready to get it kicked off?
Get it kicked what?
Hey, Josh, don't do that. Don't do that. You heard what I executed.
Yeah, man, I can't. All right.
I executed that perfectly. All right, so we're just gonna jump right into it. The first track is called "Run." We're gonna get that joint started. Let me get
Battery,
the
50%.
speaker going.
Connected to
Tahir Moore's iPhone.
Tahir's iPad.
Okay, and let's get it going in 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
I've heard that one. I've heard it.
You heard
I
that
didn't know.
one?
Well, I've heard it in the sense of like I know that hook. I've heard that hook somewhere. I don't know if it was placed in a show or something or in a movie or something, but it's familiar. I liked it. I'm all in for first track, man.
Yeah,
Sign me up.
I like it.
I really enjoyed that one. I was like, yo, okay. When it first came on, I was like, all right, where is this going? And then I was like, okay, kicked in real nice. A head nodder for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
when I saw Tony bobbing, I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was like, he might like this one. I don't know,
Tony
man.
was tapped in, bro. He was tapped in, and listen, you know, when Tony's listening intently, that lets you know he's trying to decide if he likes it, because he'd be like real close to the camera. But if Tony is
Be up
bobbing,
here.
it's a good time. Yeah, it's a good time early too. It was like when it going into, it wasn't even, I don't think it was to the second verse yet. I was like, okay.
Yeah, and I know we can't see it, but I know Tony's foot was tapping in that one, man.
Oh, man, bro. Yeah.
All right, well, let's cue it up. What we feeling like?
I'm going over 4.
Okay, I would give it. I'm stuck between a 4 and a 4.5. Probably just 4, just because I like the song. It was something that I would definitely like let play when I play the album, but I don't think it's something that I would put on repeat. For repeat, it had to be 4.5 or higher for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna meet the 4 squad on this one.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Solid intro.
Life.
Solid intro.
Live.
I might run that. It's not an immediate run back, but I might run that one back because No pun intended, because the hook was mad catchy too. Run,
Yeah.
run.
Okay, all right, I rocks with that.
Cool 4.
Yeah, let's get into this next track then. If everybody is at ease with that, the next track is called "Too Many Foes." I will put that on the screen so you guys can see the runtime on that one as well. You guys can listen with us, and we got a couple votes in as well. Dietra gave it a 3.5. Nicole gave it a 4. Soundseer gave it 3. Brandon gave it a 4.5. Russell gave it a 4.5. Denaja gave it a 4.5. Bubbles and Valerie both a 4. Janine is a 3.5, but I think I remember Janine being hard last time. Janine's a tough sell. Paul Bell gave it a 4. N Dobie gave it a 5. Okay. Natural Asher gave it a 5. Justina Richards gave it a 5. Ash Pass gave it a 4.5. Ashley Monique gave it a 4. Steven gave it a 4. So yeah, man, I appreciate y'all listening and voting as well. So let's get it going. We're gonna go to the next track. It's called "Too Many Foes," and we're gonna get this one started in 3, 2, 1.
Yes, sir.
All right. What is going on? What's the little thing that you hearing, Josh? I don't know if I can mute it, Josh, because I got the
Snap.
I got the ear thing in jack plugged in. So
Okay. Okay, no worries.
Yeah. But yeah. All right. So what y'all thinking, man?
I like his sound. I saw not only in this song in the comments at least, but the previous song too. I saw in the comments. That it's I'm screwing past it. We're moving right through it. People got that Joyner Lucas vibe, and I could definitely hear it. It sounds like super similar in his cadence and even like how he's enunciating and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I get that too. I'm not a huge Joyner Lucas fan, so that kind of put me a little standoffish with how I'm feeling towards everything. But I do notice like his sound is definitely still like unique to him. That's not quite Joyner, so I don't necessarily feel like it's completely encompassed by the Joyner vibe. But specifically to this song, I liked it. I don't know if I would run it back immediately or not, though. But as far as like it coming in as a second song, I think I'd say this every time. I think the second song is one of the strongest, or needs to be one of the strongest of the album. Because you could come in hot off the first one, but the second one could kind of indicate the direction that it's going. However, I'm gonna give this one a hard 3.5. Because it wasn't bad, but I'm not gonna immediately run it back. I just like if I put that on, or if that came up in a playlist and I had no idea who this was, I'd be like, oh, is this Joyner Lucas? Maybe. It didn't feel directly like his own standalone unique piece that I'm like, that's this dude.
Okay. I felt like I like this track. I like the little bounce to it. That yeah. I like the little the sample and the little bounce to it. I might have liked it almost more than the first track to me, just because I felt like most first tracks are usually like one of the best tracks on the album because they want to open strong. And for me, I really like the bounce on that one. I like the sample. I didn't think it was doing too much. I didn't think it overpowered it. I think it enhanced the song. And the flow, I will admit, it definitely has that Joyner Lucas feel to it. But like you said, he puts a spin on it to where it's a little softer. Like Joyner be going hard and it's heavy wordplay, and you could tell that Katori can just really, really rap. I don't think he's focused on the assemblies and metaphors as hard as he is with just really riding the track, and I can appreciate that as well. So I like the bounce on that one. I'm probably gonna go with I'm stuck between the 3.5 and 4 on this one, so it'll be a hard 3.5, soft 4 on this one.
I like this joint. I like the little up-tempo swing to it. Y'all keep bringing up Joyner Lucas. I don't listen to Joyner Lucas like that, so it didn't remind me of him. So I came in with a fresher ear on him, on that style, I guess. I liked it though. It was catchy. It was cool. Would I run it back a lot? I don't know. But if it comes on, I'm not skipping it. So it was a solid vibe. I didn't like it as much as the first one, but it was a dope follow-up and a nice little energy shift. So I'm giving it a hard, solid, concrete, bold print 3.5.
Okay, that's solid. That's solid. We seen it all be on the same page thus far. We only 2 tracks in. It's only 7. So thus far, we're all kind of in the same realm. And I'm seeing people in the comments giving it 3.8 from Denaja. Ashpaz gave it a 3.5 firm. She's very firm on the firm. Janine said it was a 3.5 steel. She's out here with the realness. Who else we got? Fuller Fam said it's a 3.5 solid. And Shizaki?
That's
Mustafa?
true. Absent Good made a good point. You said you like this one better than the first one, but you gave the first one a higher rating.
Yes. Because, well, here's my thing. I feel like on the first one, he was rapping it kind of harder. On the second verse on the first song, he switched up the style completely. And you could tell, like, his lyrical strength and his lyricism on the first track. So you kind of got an idea, for me, I got an idea of what to expect with the album from him. But I like the bounce on the second track more. So like I said, I gave it a 3.5 to a 4. So it still is in the 4 realm, and I gave the first track a 4 to a 4.5. So they're still in the same realm. It's still in the same realm. I don't know if I would put either one of these on repeat, but I like the beat more on the second track. I'll say that. I didn't fumble the rating, soldier. Okay, I can explain myself. Just calm down. Shit. Russell Red said that's because I'm old. Shut your ass up, Russell. Shit, I am old. Okay, you should be so lucky to be so old. The next track is called Sometimes, and like I said, this is one of my favorite tracks that I've ever heard from Katori. I haven't heard a whole lot from him, but anytime this come on, I will play this, and I'll usually put it on repeat at least once. And if I don't repeat it, I always repeat like that breakdown toward the end, which I think, like I said, I think you guys are going to enjoy. So let's go ahead.
We already know
right
this is about to be a 5 from Tahir.
Oh yeah, man.
See
what's interesting though, Tahir will do all this and be like, yeah, I give it a cool 2. And it's like,
I have to throw y'all off sometime. I have to throw y'all off sometime.
You did that last album. I was expecting 5s across the board, bro. You gassed that album up.
I did. All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. What say you?
I really liked it. But this show is actually highlighting something of mine that I don't know how I feel too much about switch ups anymore, man. Because I like the vibe of this switch up, but I feel like I'm going to, if I run the song back, not if I would run that song back, I'm going to run it back like right when that switch up starts. Because it was like, it was a good little pocket. I had some head bobs in there. But then it like mellowed out a lot, which was good. But I feel like maybe if I'm driving or something, maybe the setting's different. But that whole section was like a long breakdown, which I said it wasn't bad. I didn't love it because of that completely. I like the song a lot though.
Okay.
I like the song a lot before the switch up. The switch up ruined it. It was unnecessary. It was like a variation of the beat we had been grooving to, but then it was kind of weird. It was unnecessary, man. And now I gotta bring the total rating down because of the second half switch up that nobody asked for.
Y'all didn't like that switch up?
We had a great thing going before the switch up.
I loved it. I love the nuts. And then like, I like the little jazz little spin on it at the end. Tony, really?
No, man. It was unnecessary.
Break that off and put in a little interlude, man.
Man.
Wow.
And then make it sound like one song and cut the song right there. You know how they be doing that? You know what I'm talking about?
I would take that because I would put that on repeat. I love that little switch up.
You would put that switch up on. It's a good switch up.
It is.
It's just not good as a part of that one song. If it's a standalone little piece, that's a nice little vibe. That's part of the Maxwell vibes that we had last time.
That song was headed towards a 5 for me.
I really am surprised y'all didn't like that switch up.
I was having a great time.
I thought it was a good way to like mellow out of it, like just come out of it.
Ooh.
Like, because the first song was a rush. It's like jumping out of a plane. And then the ending was like, as you float, you kind of floating down. It was like, yeah, I didn't know. That little float down. I can't believe it. And the people in the comment ain't really rocking with it either. Okay.
Nah, man. It just messed up the whole flow, man. We was like, yeah, and it boom, boom. It's like it sounded like it wanted to go backwards from the beat that we had been grooving to, and it was I was just like,
I felt like I started falling in a dream and never hit the ground.
Man.
Hey, I respect y'all opinions. I think both of y'all some muck ass busters, but I respect y'all opinions though. You know what I mean?
You don't mean that.
I do, man. I do.
I'm still giving it a 4.
I'm gonna give it a 4. Yeah, it's getting a hard 4.
Okay.
It would have been an easy hard 4.5. Maybe. I don't even want to say it. I don't want to bring it in the conversation, that number, because of the switch up, man.
Okay.
It was gonna be a soft 5. It was leaning towards a soft 5.
Flaccid 5. It would have been a flaccid 5.
That makes me feel good. That makes me feel that we still are on the same page because I can respect it because it makes sense why he made that the lead single on the album because I really was rocking with that. I'm gonna give it a 5 because like I said, I love that switch up and I think when you listening to it and you driving, it does have a different feel because the first time I heard this song, I didn't realize that the switch up was the same song. I thought it was another song, so I'm going through Spotify listening to it, and of course it don't sound the same when it starts. So I'm like, no, I can't find it. And for probably the better part of 6 months, I didn't realize it was the same song until I just revisited it like yesterday. So I was like, damn, this was the song I was looking for. So that's how much I liked it. I was looking for that song, and it was just the breakdown. So I can respect that. I respect what y'all saying, but I enjoyed it. But yeah, okay. So I gave it a 5, and both you guys gave it a 4. Janine gave it a 5. Ashpass said the switch up took it from a 4 to a 3.5. Rashid gave it a strong 4. Deidre gave it a 4. Marie gave it a 5.
Hi, how you doing?
Gave it a 4. Marie gave it a 3.5. Actually, she switched it up.
I can go do it real quick.
Russell gave it a 3, and Chris Beckham gave it a 2, and a couple others. So yeah, man. Josh, you want us to go ahead and get into the next song? You can go do what you need to do.
Kev just said he's gonna come grab me once they get ready. I think there's a walk through what they're gonna do.
Okay.
But once that happens, I might just break away. Just heads up.
Okay, cool.
But it'll be quick. But yeah, I definitely want to start this next song, so at least have
Okay,
what's going
so
on.
the next track is called "Dollar Save Me." We're gonna get started on that one in 3, 2, 1.
Yo,
Mm-hmm. What you
that
think?
track was fun, man. But it reminded me, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
It reminded me of
Ah.
Studio by Schoolboy Q, the way he was saying amazing.
Oh
It,
yeah.
it took me right back because I was like, yo, the way he's saying amazing. I was like, yo, who from TDE was saying it just like that? And we were talking in the chat, and it was like, boom, Studio by Schoolboy Q and BJ the Chicago Kid. That being said, though, I like this track, the bounce, the feel of it, made you want to go outside and ride a bike. And you know, whether it be a Schwinn or a BMX or one of them beach cruiser joints, you just ride through in the Cali sun. I'm giving it a solid, hard, bold print 4.
Ooh. I liked it, man. I liked it. His second verse, though, he did his fast little rap thing again, man. It took me back to Joyner. I'm just like, man. But at the same time, I will say a couple more things that I did enjoy about it. It had a couple influence you heard, you know, like Tone said, you heard the schoolboy, the studio vibe. But he even kind of sounded like BJ a little bit in that first verse, which I thought was dope. Also that piano kind of reminded me of Cole's Crooked Smile.
Yeah.
All good things. I really enjoyed the song. I think I'm gonna give it a hard 4 though.
Okay.
All things considered. Because Katori Lucas is that Jordan Lucas little hybrid. That's the one thing that's sticking to me is like I feel like he's experimenting with cadences and others, but then like that little fast little pocket is kind of like his I don't want to say like something that he leans back into as like I don't want to say like a safety net, but that's what it kind of feels like a reminder. But yeah, I'm gonna give that one a hard 4.
Okay. All right. I liked it, man. I think it's a fun song. It's just a groove. It's a whole vibe. It gets you going. It felt good. I would probably give it another 4 for me. I feel like it did what I needed it to do, brought the speed back up. And I felt good about it. You know what I mean? I don't have a whole lot to say about it. This whole album for me is pretty consistent thus far. And yeah. I probably wouldn't put that one on repeat for me, but I wouldn't skip it necessarily. I wouldn't listen to it every time, but I wouldn't skip it. I would say I would listen to it 8 out of 10 times if it came on. In the comments, they are giving it a 4.5. Lisa gave it a 4.5. Ashley gave it a 4. Fuller Fan gave it a 5. Sister Girl gave it a 3.5. She said it was high. Malika gave it a 3.8. Russell Wren gave it a 4.5. Deatra gave it a 4. Deatra. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Maybe I'm saying it right. Justnia gave it a 4.5.
I can hear the money trees influence in that too.
Oh yeah? Yeah. I can see that. Kasha gave it a 3.5. Enema gave it a 3.5. Shauna gave it a 4.5. Yeah, it was a good ride. I like it. Jessica gave it a 3.8. Shoe Gang gave it a 3.7. So we kind of all in the same range for the most part.
While Josh is going, did you watch the Chappelle thing?
I did. I watched it this morning.
What do you think? Because everybody's been reposting and all that and calling it amazing, but it's just what we all been saying.
Yeah, I felt like it was a public forum more than a special.
Yeah.
I think it was. I think he used that as a way to be a sounding board for what we were all feeling, but also, you know, I guess he wanted to make sure he had something worth saying before he said something. And I like you said, I feel like it was it was what we were all thinking for the most part.
Yeah.
He did drop some stuff that I didn't know, like about his great grandfather,
right,
leading that charge to the White House, and you know, making the connection with the 8 minutes and 46 seconds being the time he was born. So yeah.
I like the humanity of it all. And it was funny seeing people that really weren't posting a lot about what was going on, and then when Chappelle dropped this, it was like, oh yeah, I was waiting for Chappelle to. Okay. Meaning my non-black comedian, you know, constituency.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel about him not really making a lot of jokes? It might have been maybe 4.
Yeah, it was literally him expressing how he felt about all of this. It wasn't even no jokes.
It wasn't.
I didn't laugh one time. I didn't even crack a smile
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
whole time I watched it. So it was just like it was serious. It was just like he was saying, "I'm sorry, this ain't funny,"
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it
I
was
got some
just,
pussy jokes that I can tell a little bit.
yeah. And so it was just like it was just him being human, and I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I like
Yeah.
this. And then it made me realize, like at the beginning, it said it's been 87 days since he's been on stage. It's been 88 for me.
Yeah.
It's been 88 days, bro, since I've been on stage.
Yeah. I don't know how long it was for me because I had recently performed. We did St. Louis that Sunday after my birthday, which was the 8th. And then I performed that Wednesday at the Union before the quarantine. So it was the 19th, 11th. So it was from the 11th up until this past Monday when I did the Laugh Factory. And that was like the first time I performed on stage.
Yo,
So I haven't do the math, but it had been a minute. And I'm gonna tell you what, man. Even a seasoned comedian, like when you don't be on stage for that long, you feel you're a little anxious. You're like, do I still got it? Because it's
I feel
literally
like
a muscle.
every day I'm like, yo, am I still funny? I don't know. I don't know, bro. I've never, since I started doing stand-up comedy in 2008, I have never gone more than 8 days without performing. I haven't performed since March 15th, and I'm just like,
Yeah. All right. So it must have been about the same for me then. It had to be about 80 some days for me too then. And yeah, that's scary, man. It's scary to think the thing that you do for a living, you ain't done for almost 3 months straight.
man,
You know?
I don't even know, man. I'm like, man.
But wait, Tony, I thought you were still performing. You were did
Cincinnati was my last show.
Oh wow. Thank you, Natasha. She said she came to the STL show. She said it was an amazing show. We had a great time with St. Louis, man. St. Louis did what they did. They always show out. We had a great time. But yeah,
Come back again for Tahir again, because me and Tahir probably become the St. Louis. I just don't know when. Because we was going.
I was so looking forward to that, Tony. I was like, I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna get to take Tony around the city. His last couple times we did St. Louis, it was just for one day, so we was gonna be there for a whole weekend. Oh man,
it was gonna be fun, dog. And you could cuss.
Yeah, and you could cuss, and we were gonna be there for a weekend, bro. I had already mapped out the places we were gonna go. It's a spot. It's a like they have coffee houses. There is a tea house in St. Louis, black-owned tea house, and they have hundreds of teas. And I was gonna take you there. And they also have vegan food, so you can get vegan food with the tea. They had wraps, all of that type of stuff, man. I was gonna show you the time of your life. They got a vegan strip club now. All the hot wings, faux hot wings. It was gonna be amazing, man. I'm kidding about the vegan strip club, but it would have been a lot of fun.
I mean, it's believable. We only serve vegan stuff here at the strip club. Yo, let me tell you, I be clowning St. Louis just to get at you mainly, but I'm a fan of St. Louis, man. Like the houses that haven't been abandoned. St. Louis got some beautiful houses, beautiful, huge, old houses.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the Midwest energy anyway.
Me too. I love the architecture of St. Louis, man. I love brick. I love the 2- and 3-story houses that are like straight up. Like you really get St. Louis is dope because you get the architecture just about from every major city. Like you have the on Forest Park, they have a lot of the modern homes like Art Deco style, and then on the south side you have like the brownstone houses, so you get that New York Harlem feel. They got the regular houses that they kind of throw up really quick where you kind of get that mid-America feel. But St. Louis has so much dope stuff that people haven't really even like turned the eye to and caught on. And the housing market is still pretty affordable there. So, they could get some bigger companies there and really start recognizing the talent there. I think it could be an amazing hub for more opportunity. So, man, I'm looking forward to it. So, but we don't have to wait on Josh necessarily because he's doing a walkthrough of the office right now. I don't know how long he's going to actually be with that. So we're going to jump into this next song. It's called Hometown. It's the Almost to the end of this album. This is the third to last song on this album. We're gonna get started on this joint in 3, 2, 1. What'd you think, Tony Baker?
I like this. This has been the most gritty track so far.
Mhm.
Definitely got that West Coast sound in the back. Is he from? Is he from out here? He from LA?
Pasadena, California, man.
Pasadena. Okay. Definitely. This track right here, I'm like, oh, he from the West, and so
Mhm.
I appreciated it. I like the little gritty flow of it. Did I like it as much as like the last couple? I'm not so sure, but I did like the sound of it, the flow, the gritty feel. I'm going with a strong, bold print, 3.5.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
3.5. I'm seeing some 3.8s, 4.5, 4s, 3.5s. 3.5, seeing people saying it's got a little replay value, but it's cool. I think that this track for me, and I've seen this kind of consistently through this album thus far. That second verse, he usually goes off. And on that second verse on this joint right here, he went crazy on it. I'm be honest with you, I wasn't particularly crazy about the song. I immediately I really had it at a 3. Because it was so West Coast, and I just was like, I'm not gonna hear anything that really sparks anything. But that second verse really sold me on it because it felt like it came from a place of honesty. Like he sounded like he had got banged on before. He's like, anybody want some? I got that thing on me. What's up? I was like, oh, this nigga, he feeling some type of way. This is personal.
Mhm.
So based on that, that's what kind of bumped it up to. I'm right there with Chocolate Goddess. I'm right there around the 3.8 just because on that second verse he came so damn hard. I was like, man, you gotta respect that. Like, it was like he wasn't concerned about like riding the track as much. He just was concerned about getting out what was on his chest, and I love that. So I would give that a 3.8 from your boy.
Okay. Okay.
I think
Okay.
Josh is catching up, so we're gonna let Josh. Josh, you listening to it? Okay, so we let Josh catch up, and then we're gonna figure out what he puts it at, and then yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah. See
But
if
I liked it though. It sold me on that right there.
Wait, you gave it a what?
3.8.
Oh, 3.8.
Yeah.
Oh, we doing eights?
I mean, we going out of 5, right?
We doing eights and sevens and
Hey man, listen, you do what you need to do to get your point across, Tony Baker.
Cause I know they do it in the chat. I didn't know we was doing the 8s and the 6.5s and the you know the 3.78621 dash LBQ.
All right, well, let's not get crazy with it, bro. All right. But I think if it puts your point, helps get your point across, I don't think anything is wrong with that.
2.8, Shannon. Shannon, you be wilding.
Who was that, Shannon?
Shannon,
some
man.
of them would be unnecessarily rude and rough. Not rude, just rough for no reason. Like, you ain't got to do that, man. Like that, man.
2.8, Shannon.
You know what's better than that.
Shannon, my partner in crime on Grand Theft and Call of Duty.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna sock you out tonight, Shannon. Just with the disrespect.
What is happening right now?
And you know what I love doing? I love putting up clips on my page from the Twitch of me socking people out, and then I don't show myself getting socked out. They be
you gotta keep it even. You gotta keep it even.
Yeah, nah, man, look out, man. These the Tony highlights. Shannon was like, man, how come you don't show me socking you out? I'm like, what you talking about?
Never happened.
Never happened, man.
All right, I'm caught up.
You caught up?
That was hometown, right?
Yeah.
Here's my thing, man. I'm a fan of this. I'm a fan of the song because now I'm getting a feel of who he is and where he's from.
Exactly. Yes.
I'm not saying that like that should be like his sound or whatever, but I feel like that's something that I'm expecting from an earlier track in a debut album or a first project that's been put out. I know he's been releasing singles and he's been releasing music for a minute. That's not the conversation, but in an earlier body of work, I want to get to know who I'm listening to outside of like interviews and whatnot. Because chances are I'm going to hear your work before I look into who the person is. So that song actually made me look him up, and I found he's from Pasadena.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's an interesting culture out there. However, that song is a very representation. It's a very clear representation of a California uproot.
Mm-hmm.
Uproot? Upbringing. Roots. California roots. Gosh, dang.
Uproot, huh? Hey, man, to hear. He's contagious.
Man, I'm too close to him. I'm too close to him in these panels.
Trust me, baby.
I don't know if I'm gonna run it back because if I play it in the wrong area, people might assume to something or I might get banged on the wrong way. And it's a whole thing, man. I'm just trying to drive, listen to music most times. However, I'm gonna give that one a 4 because I'm definitely a fan of learning more about somebody through a song, especially when the sound kind of embodies that as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 4 though.
Okay. 4. That's nice. That's nice. I gave it a 3.8. Tony, you gave it a what? A 3.5?
3.5. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's
3.5.
We all in the same realm. We all in 0.5 points away from each other, so that's solid. All right, cool. Second to last track is called Roll On. Let's go ahead and get this thing started right now. Getting it started in 3, 2, 1. What y'all think?
I like that one, man.
Did you?
I did like that one, man. Like at first I was like, and then it just built. It built on something. I was just like, yo, I like how this is building, and it just felt heavy, felt some gravity to it,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the whole vibe and the piano. I'm a sucker for the piano coming in.
The keys.
Oh, the keys, Joshua, the keys. When you come in with the keys or the horns, oh, I'm pulling up to the
The
front.
horn I can go with. Yeah, keys sometimes, but like this song for me, I wasn't sold on it. To be honest with you.
I'm not sold on you.
I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't run this song back.
Oh,
It just was it wasn't that one for me, man. Like it wasn't that one for me, man. Like it was cool. It's like one of those ones like I heard, oh yeah, that's a smooth track, but it wouldn't be that for me, like at all. Just being honest.
hey, you tough to hear, man. You be rating tough. You just crank it.
You done? You done? Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So based off of that, I would go 3 on that one at best.
Ooh, what? Hey, man, you just evil, man. You don't care about babies, good music. You kick pigeons for no reason. You slap Santa
There's
Claus.
always a reason when I kick a pigeon.
You sock babies in the face mid-stroller.
That I won't deny. You know?
Here doesn't like kids.
He doesn't.
That's known.
So if you bring that baby around me, you ask for that. That's all I'm
Look
saying.
at this, man. Look at it.
Guaranteed black eyes on site. Stuff down a baby.
Stomping him out in front of his mama.
I got stumped out in front of his mama.
What you
Yeah.
what you at with it, Josh?
I liked it, man. Those last 2 tracks, like I said, they're filmed like it's kind of that sounds more unique. Specifically this one. I was in that little pocket of the vibe, bro. Like Tone said, the keys, man, big fan. Somebody said Section 80 vibe. Section 80 is one of my favorite Kendrick projects. I definitely heard it. I'm gonna give this one a soft 4.
Okay, Josh.
Because that one, he sounded like he was rapping, but he wasn't trying to flex that he could rap fast. And that's what I'm saying, man. I loved if you could story tell without, man, we get it. A lot of people know how to rap fast, man.
The
You're doing your thing. Right. We don't need theatrics, man.
You start juggling and stuff. We don't need the
Yeah,
juggling.
man.
It's like somebody telling you a good story and they're just grabbing the dishes and they start juggling. And then on top of that, when I came up, I'm like, hey man, you don't have to juggle. I'm listening.
Relax. You're making me nervous, man. You're making me nervous.
So what did you give it, Josh? What'd you give it again? 4?
Soft 4.
Soft 4?
I'm giving it a Limp Biscuit 4 as well. Soft 4.
All right.
You're gonna give it the same.
I gave it what I gave it. I gave it a 3.
You doubling down on the lowest rating of the day. Okay.
I gave it a 3. All right. That's it. Yeah. Let's move on to this last track. Last track on the album was called Anxiety.
Great. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thus far, it's still been a great album. I'm gonna say great. It's been a really good album. It's been a really good album. It's a really good project. Yeah, I feel good about it. So I don't think that this last track is gonna be indifferent from the vibe we kind of already felt. I don't think he's gonna pull anything new out of the bag, but I am excited about it. So let's go ahead and get into it in 3, 2, 1.
Mhm.
Hey, low key, I would run that shit back right now one more time.
Yes. Absolutely. I'm running back right now. You guys just can't hear.
Let's just run it back. Let's run it back one more time, and
Let's
then
run it back one
let's run it back one more time.
Run
Let's
it
let's do
back
it one more time.
Why? Because it's our show and we'll run it back if we want, man. Run it back.
That,
Hey, man.
that little fade out too.
Yes.
That's the fade out.
No switch up. Just fade the track out, man.
Come on, Josh. Less is more, and they just faded it out beautifully. No fanfare, no extra bells and whistles on
Nothing.
the
No
way out.
talking. No, now this is what happened in this. No, just fade the song, man. Call it a day.
Oh snap! They say Katori Walker is in here.
Oh,
Is he in here for real?
Wow.
Katori,
Oh, he is.
to hear hated on your track, let me cue it up.
What's up, Katori?
What's up, bro? Hey, man, we never knew that an artist would actually pop up in here, man. Katori, man, first off, let me say thank you for putting out this project. I was late to getting it, but I am extremely, extremely pleased with it, brother. You did an amazing job on this, man. Shout out to Katori Walker in the house. Thank you for blessing us with your presence, man. Yeah, man. I want to also say this, Katori. We didn't know that you were coming, but this is the first time we have ever ran a track back since we have done this.
That's
Facts.
First time ever. And it was on Anxiety, the last track. No better way to end a great project like what you have presented to us. So shout out to you for being a trendsetter. And yeah, man, you're the first person that we've ever done that with. So I'm gonna let the other guys speak. I don't want to hog the mic.
How y'all know he in here?
He's
We in the
right there,
chat.
man. He said Katori Walker. Yeah, I'm here. Verbatim.
People are putting it in the chat, and people just text me. It's like, yo, he's in here. So,
It's
yeah,
fire,
man.
Yo, I can honestly say, Katori, I've been giving your tracks, and I'm known as the tough one in here.
Hell yeah.
But the majority of these tracks have been getting high marks from me. And this last one, I'm giving it a young, crisp 5. I got
You
nothing.
giving it a Lincoln?
I got nothing bad, and this ain't because he in here. I got nothing bad to say about this track. The keys, the bass line, the chorus, the flow, the fade out.
That's an outro, man. That is an outro. I was putting in the comments. That's a song that's on a late night drive playlist. 2 a.m. No cars on the road. I'm swerving 4 to 4 lanes on the freeway because I can, man. And I'm running that. That song's on repeat for an hour one way.
Yeah.
And back.
You know what, Josh? That's the thing, man. When you find a song that speaks to you, I think we talked about this either on it might have been Maxwell's album or Freddie's album. When you hear a song that inspires you to want to make a playlist, bro.
Yeah.
And the fact that we all, the consensus cohesively is, I said it. The consensus cohesively is 5s across the board, lets you know that, man, that joint is, it's amazing, man. He did a great job with that one.
And there's substance in the record too. It's not just a vibe. Like they're not just words being, it's not just music. You know, it's an overall encompass. Anxiety, bro, we all experience it, whether we're aware of it or not, man. And to be able to pour out into a song like that kind of resonates not only sonically, but with that emotion that's being felt. I love like that encompasses, with the replay factor, that encompasses a hard 5 for me, bro. Like easy money. Easy money.
I would love that. Katori, are you still in here? Is he still in here?
You was never
him out, man.
He wasn't in it. Shut up, Tony Baker. He wasn't here.
I ain't see him yet.
Nah, that's actually Tahir's burner account. He's just gonna start doing that with all the artists. That's why he's on his phone, man.
Really?
Hello, it is I. It is I. It's Mr. Walker to you.
Hey, you know what would be messed up if it was somebody messing with us?
It could have been. Like, how did we know it was him? It could have been anybody rolling up in here. Yeah, it's me, guys. I'm in here.
He said he's got a remix with Freddie Gibbs and he'll send it to us. Freddie on that song.
Oh, that would be crazy, bro. Wow. That would be that's him. That's him. I just went to the page. That is really Katori, man.
Okay.
Right.
He's calling you out, Tony. Sit down, I'm here.
You know what I like? I like it when songs create a whole mood and the visual for me. And that song had like a rainy type of visual. Like when I listen to songs, I'm looking at the visual, like a cinematic landscape. And songs like that really resonate with me because they create that kind of visual where I can see it. That's why I like Nine so much, because Illmatic to me is a whole visual sonically. Mm-hmm. And so I just really like the vibe of that Anxiety track.
Tori, you can send it to my Instagram or to our Instagram. I'll share with the guys. Also, man, if you want to pull up real quick, say something to the people. Shoot your email as well to my Instagram. It's just @ToHearMore. I'll shoot you the link to this right here. Pull up, man. Let us know about this project. If you want people to know something about the project while we got the platform, we still got people in here. We'd love to hear from you, man. So if you
no hard feelings, no pressure, bro. No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. By no means any pressure. But I know projects. I think this might have been your first project on the large scale. Let me go back and look before I make that.
Yeah, to hear just be talking, man.
Yeah, no, this is the first major release project. So those are big for people. So if you want to pull up real quick, and we can go ahead with the rating if y'all want.
Yo, I didn't picture Katori looking like this, man. I picture like a young kid looking. This dude, he a fully realized man out here, man.
I know, all right?
Oh yeah, bro. He looks like he's experienced a lot of life. He's seen some things, man.
Like he got hands.
I'm telling you, I heard it in the Hometown record.
On Hometown. The Hometown?
He was banging. He was banging hard.
That's the Hometown picture. That second verse when he was going off. This is that right there.
That's this photo is the unofficial cover art of Hometown.
Yo, his eyes right here tell the whole story, man. I'll sock you out
These eyes.
tonight.
On mamas. On mamas. And you know what's so crazy? Me being from St. Louis, and when I finally moved out here to Glendale, I'm thinking Pasadena was like, you know, it's like the perfect little area. I found out that Pasadena got some hoods, bro.
Oh yeah, bro, they be banging out there. Plus, what's crazy is there's no abandoned houses in Pasadena, so you felt like overwhelmed. Like, man, there's people everywhere. What are you doing in this
I will
house, man?
sock you out on mamas. I will. I will sock you out.
It's
I
real
don't.
close in Pasadena.
Oh, for
Let me
real?
see if I can find them on Instagram, and I'll send them the link right now.
On
On the Gramsy. Okay, boom. I found them. I'm about to send them the link right now. Well, this is a real treat. Couldn't have seen this happening, but I'm glad it did. Boom, bang. All right. Oh, there we go.
How's the AC in Kev's office, Josh? It's good.
Oh, bro, it's perfect. It's a cool 71. It's not too cold.
All right, that's good.
It's like a good room temperature. It's comfort. I don't like when it gets brick. When it gets.
I sent it to you, Katori. I sent the link. So it's on your Instagram and pull up real quick. Oh, you put it in the email chat? I didn't see it.
Yeah, there's a little delay too, so.
Yeah. Looking
But
for.
wow.
I sent it to his Instagram, but they said he put his email in the link.
Sabrina, who you talking to in there?
Herself in the mirror.
He was like, I've been trying to tell y'all Tony fine. I'm like, wait, what? With the eye roll.
You know what's so crazy? It's like you can't be too funny and be fine. And that's like for men or women. Like not a lot of people can do that.
You gotta choose.
It really seems like that. Like I feel like Bill Bellamy kind of slid through. He was a handsome guy, but like you see it a lot with the ladies. Like if they too fine, people won't focus on the comedy. They'll just be looking at them.
Yo, to hear he said he slid his email katoriwalker@gmail. I don't know if that's easy.
I'm gonna forward that to him right now. Then.
All right, no, yeah, man. I'm just relaying information. You don't got to stream. Tone, what you playing tonight, man?
I'm gonna play Mortal Kombat for a little bit. I just got it in the mail.
Which one?
Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh, I got that one.
You on Xbox or PlayStation?
I'm on Xbox, my boy.
Man.
To hear you should stream, bro.
Oh, Tahir should definitely stream, but he old.
I sent the link, Katori. I sent it to you, bro.
I'm gonna get on Call of Duty tonight too. I'm gonna try to get on early so I can play more games and people be up.
Are y'all getting that new PlayStation?
Yeah,
I definitely am.
Yep.
I'm on my PlayStation's 5 years old.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
My PlayStation make my room hot. The fans be so loud
right now. Should we be pre-ordering or?
I don't think they have the link out yet because I don't think they have the release date. Did they announce that yet? I only saw the they just showed the reveal.
I feel like it's gonna be hard to get initially.
Oh, for sure.
All right, we're gonna give it a couple more minutes for Katori to pop in. I sent them the link.
Man, I'll hop in on some Warzone tonight though, Tony.
Oh yeah, man, get in on this, Jack.
Phantasm. I have all the Mortal Kombats. I have the Capcom versus one of them right there. Oh, here we go.
I played Clayton last night in Injustice 2.
Oh yeah, I got all the Injustices as well. For sure, got that.
I've been wanting to try the Last of Us, that game.
Oh, we got Katori Walker in the field.
Katori Walker of Pasadena.
Hey,
California, man.
Hey, appreciate you guys having me, man.
Oh man, say no more.
Thanks for pulling up, man.
I actually was looking forward to this today. I seen it yesterday. Y'all had posted it, and I was like, literally woke up just now, like, oh shit, I was supposed to be on that one and looking at this shit. And I caught y'all like again, like after y'all listened to Hometown. I didn't catch the whole thing, but I caught the interview. So y'all, this is really dope. I ain't never seen nobody do nothing like that, so it's really dope. Definitely want to be a part of it.
Oh man, we appreciate it, man. This is something we are all fans of music, and we all have a different angle and different view of it. And yeah, man, I think this album says a lot. That I would say 95% of the tracks, we were all within like 0.5 rating system of each other, and that doesn't happen a lot, especially with us three. So, and Tony is the hard ass. Tony will let you know out the gate he's the hard
I
ass.
seen it though. Tony was rocking though. Tony
Yeah,
was
yeah. It's on the
Yeah.
first track. When
Yeah.
Tony bobbed his head on the first track, I was like, I had to clutch the pearls.
Listen, when you look at the reviews that I've done so far, this has been the most consistently high rated album for me on my ratings that we've done so far.
Appreciate that.
So yeah, I'm just mad at the beat switch up on
Sometimes.
sometimes.
No, I love it. I love it, Katori.
Yeah.
Listen, here's the thing. We have a love-hate relationship with switch ups. So many people have done them and ruined the song for us on different projects. But I loved it. And I was telling them the first time I heard Sometimes, when the switch up happened, I didn't realize it was the same song because I was driving and I was listening to it on Spotify. And when I went back to try to find it, because the beginning of the song doesn't sound like that, I couldn't figure out that was the same song. So for 6 months, I was looking for that damn song, not knowing that it was just at the end. So
That song.
I love the switch up. I thought it was a great way to mellow it out, man. I thought it was necessary.
Yeah, now I was uneasy about that switch up at first too, but that artist is like a really good friend of mine, so I was like, let me let him have his shine on there because I didn't even do nothing on top of that. It was all him. So I just wanted to let him have his shine because we've been working together for forever. You know,
That's dope.
That's super dope. What's your favorite track on the album? And don't give me the artist. Oh, I just like the whole.
They're all my kids. I love all my kids.
Yeah, it depends on what era I'm in. I really like how y'all was rocking with Anxiety. I like that track a lot because I was actually having anxiety. That's why I wrote that track. Like I was anxious and like what's causing this anxiety? I feel man, my heart hurt, and that's why the track means so much to me. And then also Run, the first track, the intro track was like a track that I felt special about. So those two.
Yo, did Run get any placements anywhere? I feel like I've heard it.
Placements, like major placements, nah, probably on some playlists, but no major.
Okay, I was gonna say because I've heard it because I recognize that hook. But I couldn't figure out exactly where. But I don't know if, like you said, it was probably just in a playlist that popped up or something. But I was like, man, that sounds mad familiar. But yeah, when Tahir shared this album, I was familiar with your name, but putting that song to the name, I'm like, oh, that's fire. Because I love linking like artists, learning who they are with like a song that I've heard. I'm like, oh, that's dude, fire.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys even want to do this.
Huh?
I said I appreciate you guys even like doing
Oh,
it.
hell yeah, man. We love music. And like I say, like I was so sold off of Sometimes, and I was like, well, it's 7 tracks, and Sometimes sold me so hard. I was like, let's give it a try. And I'm glad that we can find, artists who are still up and coming. And when the album is quality and the music is quality, we can use our platforms to lift each other up. You know what I mean? And I think this was a perfect project for that, man. It felt very real, especially on a song like Hometown. On that second verse on Hometown, bro, it sounded like you needed to get something off your chest. And I said that earlier in the show that I felt like on your second verses you go harder. It's like on the first verse you like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm Katori Walker. You get back, I might stalk you, something like that. But on the second verse, you're like, motherfucker, you know what it is. And there was no track that was more relevant on than Hometown. I feel like that came from a genuine place with that.
Yeah, 100% genuine. You guys most likely haven't heard my earlier work. I got a project called Ignorance, and this was like the follow-up from that. And my brother was murdered due to gang violence. So I was really on that second verse of Hometown is like telling like, yo, the first project, which is Ignorance, is me like kind of like, yo, we shouldn't bang on each other and da-da-da-da, and like kind of like keep the peace. But then the second verse on Hometown is like, fuck peace, I'm turned up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to show. Like there's two sides of this. I'm actually angry, And I just think about, I was reminiscing that moment of when my brother had passed away and we were all at the hospital. That is the rage of that exact moment right there. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Man, and it, I mean, sorry for your loss, man. But it's interesting. It's interesting. Like I really felt those last couple records, those last three starting from Hometown. You started like identifying who you were, and I had mentioned that a little bit. Like I always love starting to hear an artist and like this is probably like, I mean, I know you've had other releases. This is probably like your first major release, I think, under UMG or wherever you're signed to. Mm-hmm. But I love hearing in those early projects like a little bit about who you are, like not necessarily like where you're from, like certain sections and all that, but like the storytelling and like that sound that's tied to it, like identifies, and I mean, obviously it paired well. But like being able to pour your heart into those types of records, it automatically makes me a fan, because I'm like, okay, this dude's really just trying to, not only just trying to like make just music that sounds like whatever, but he's trying to utilize where he's from to kind of have like that West Coast sonic like in Hometown, but also like and sharing your grief and your loss, but also sharing the pain that you're dealing with that a lot of people can resonate with on a song like Anxiety as well. And because I mean, that's something that I struggle with. So like it's always a peace of mind to hear the thoughts, especially through like being creative and as an artist, just to pair that with a song that you can replay, not only off of a song that resonates from the lyrics, but from the sound of it. That kind of it encompasses a full piece of art instead of just like an unfinished canvas. Like it could have a fire beat or fire lyrics, but to be able to have a little bit of everything in one of those records, like I'm excited to see how that record grows. Like that, it's because it's a timeless, to me, that's a timeless record. You know, obviously I speak for myself, but those types of records are like what makes me connect with the artist a lot easier. And like, I'm interested to see like what you're going to put out in the future, especially these feel more like chapters in your life. How you said the last one was based off of Ignorance, I believe. And you're going straight to Stubborn, you know, with at least titling. So like, it's going to be cool to watch like how that navigates through too.
Yeah, man. I definitely am intentional with what I do and what I say in my music. I don't just kind of get in there, just kind of go crazy and say a bunch of random things. And it's just amazing that you were able to pick up on that, you know, and see through a good beat, or, oh, he said some dope rhyming lines. Like, nah, I can see the elevation of him as an artist as I listen to this project. That's amazing. You know, that is resonating with you like that, for real.
When you wrote Anxiety, I'm always interested in the creative process when it comes to, you know, we listen to the finished product, but they brought you the beat and then you wrote to that? No,
so this whole album was made in a month's span during Coachella of last year. Or we were out in Coachella Valley, and I was outside. I had like 4 producers in one Airbnb. I was outside working out, and then I start having an anxiety attack. Like my chest start pumping and all this other stuff. And I get in the house and they're playing a beat. And I literally just write, like, what's causing this anxiety? I feel, man, my heart hurt. And then I'm thinking, like, why is God punishing me for feeling this anxiety? Wait, is God even real? Is life even real? What's the purpose of life? Blah, blah, blah. As I'm having anxiety, I'm just writing down these thoughts. That's how that song came about.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's straight from the heart to the pen. Like,
yeah,
that's
straight up.
Pure expression of human emotion than to write it down right at that moment. Because, you know, if you wait a little bit, you try to recall all the events that happened, you know, your mind starts to blur things. You may forget certain things. But the fact that you heard the beat during that anxiety attack and you were able to take a moment and transfer those feelings on paper and then eventually on a track, man, that's dope. We appreciate you sharing, because that's something personal. So the fact that you put so much reality in that, it says a lot about you as an artist as well. So that's super dope, man.
Yeah.
A couple questions from the chat. People are asking, who are some of your influences? And there was another question, but I'll let you get that one off. And I think a lot of people, even Josh and I, we heard what was his name? Not Denzel Curry, but Joyner Lucas. A lot of comparisons were made to that because it's a similar style as far as the cadence. Is that somebody that you connect with sonically, or is that just by happenstance?
I think that's just by happenstance. I'm familiar with him. I'm familiar with his music, but he's not someone that I've been like listening to a lot or like kind of get my sound from. I would say people who influenced me would be like Kendrick and Cole and Kanye and Drake. those artists are the ones who like kind of push my pen a little bit when I hear their music. Like, yo, I want to make a song that's cool like that. I want to make a song that gives me this type of vibe. So not so much Joyner. I just think it's just kind of like great minds think alike when it comes to me and Joyner. Because our videos are actually very similar too, which is kind of crazy. If you watch some of his videos, they're kind of similar. But I never really tapped into him like that to be like, oh yeah, you inspire me. You know what I'm saying? So, that's but dope. Yeah, I've heard that comparison before.
Was this project created like over a long period of time, or did you like lock in for a few weeks or a few months and
yeah,
this pushed it out?
This project was made within like 30 days.
Oh wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. Like I was saying, 2018 Coachella, we were out in Palm Springs or Coachella Valley, and we had an Airbnb, and on the weekends we was going to Coachella. During the day, we were working on music, and we were going to Coachella and all the parties and all that other shit. But during the daytime, we just was working on music and everything that comes around, surrounded with that, and that's it. And then once the month was over, we went home, got the records mixed, and it's done.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
do you remember, like, I mean, obviously it was a full festival, but the reason why I asked when it was made, if it was made like over a tighter time frame, I always like to wonder who the artist or whoever was creating was like listening to around that time. Like, you remember which album was out that you guys were pushing play on?
Yeah, we listened to KOD. That's KOD had just dropped. We were listening to a lot of early Kanye. We were listening to Graduation and College Dropout. And other than that, we're just listening to oldies because we felt like right now, during this time, everything kind of sounds similar, everything. So it was like, we don't want to do this. So let's put something out that does not sound like this. That's why, like, it's not a lot of auto-tune on there. It's not a lot of trap. I don't have no problem with that stuff, but like, we just didn't want to just like kind of drop water into the ocean. We kind of wanted to do something different. So
I feel that. I feel that because you definitely heard like a change in pace in terms of sound wise through some of the records. It wasn't just like one set thing. It wasn't like you said. It wasn't crazy trap beats. It wasn't crazy 808s. Because I think that's something that even Cole did with KOD. Right, he did his version of a now sound, but with like some trap drums. That way, it could still fit to a demographic that he was like, that younger demographic that he was trying to talk to in that sense. But that's fire though.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
How did you hear about the Best Silent Listening Party?
Instagram.
Oh shit.
Instagram,
okay.
Y'all. I think the page or maybe someone else's page tagged me in it, and I saw that it was coming on tomorrow. I saw it yesterday. I was like, oh, I gotta watch this.
Oh, dope.
And literally, I was supposed to set an alarm, but I forgot. Woke up around 2:00, and literally, as soon as my eyes opened, like, I gotta clock in. I gotta check it out. And I just thought it was so dope, man. I thought it was really, really dope, man. The whole idea of it is dope. And then you're not forcing the listener to listen to it. When you listen to it, they listen to it at their own pace, in their own headphones, on their own system, which is dope. You know, y'all all listen to it at your own pace. Everybody speaking their mind and giving their real honest reviews. You know what I'm saying? Like that means a lot as an artist, where it's like, these are just songs that I wrote on my iPhone, and it's resonating with people. When y'all like, nah, we gotta run that back. Like, I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy. Bro. They running my song back, man. I mean, it meant a lot. It meant a lot for real.
We have never ever done that. And granted, you know, it's a new show, but there hasn't been, and I don't think there is a lot of music that speaks to people immediately. Like that was like instant gratification. It did something for each one of us, and you know, it might have did something different for each one of us, but all of us to be on the same page and like, yo, let's run that back, bro.
Yeah.
It left me one more. The way the song is so strong to end the album with the EP, and then it just faded out, and I was just like, man, I want more. Less is more. I'm a firm believer in less is more, and I like a strong finish, and that it was just a perfect execution because that was the strongest track. And it just ended, and the little fade out at the end, I was like, yo, this is getting repeated.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's crazy. Us artists, we don't know. Like, I didn't know that would be a track that people resonated to, or the Sometimes record or any other record. I be having these tracks in mind, like, oh, this one's gonna be the one, and it don't even be that. You know, I didn't expect people to resonate with Anxiety the way that I do, because it's actually, like I said, it's really personal. Like I was actually having an anxiety attack. So like other people listen to it and love it. It's like, wow, You know what I'm saying? This is just an expression of my pain, and y'all love it. You know?
How was the selection process when it came to that song, maybe making it or not? Were you hesitant?
Nah, because anxiety, like I have like severe anxiety, so it's a part of my life. So that's like, nah, this is going on there. Whether y'all like it or not, whether it bump, whether it fit the album or not, this is going on there because I need to kind of get this out. You know?
That's good, man. Because like that tells me that like at the end of the day, you'd rather put something on there that's important instead of just like I don't know if I'm nervous putting this out because I don't know what people are gonna think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fire though, man.
Hell yeah. Tony, did you have anything before I ask him one more question and then we get up out of here?
I saw somebody ask in the comment section, who are you listening to now?
Right now I'm in the middle of making a project, so I ain't listening to nobody.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like I said, right now, music to me just sounds really, really, really synced. Shall I say? It sounds similar. Everybody making similar songs right now, so I don't want to tap into that and accidentally fall into what's going on. So I gotta take a step back out of the world and just create, and wherever the world is at. And when I drop my project, we'll be there. I don't want to. I just feel like it's kind of tough to just listen to somebody right now.
Right.
I'm not saying there's not good artists though. There's some great artists, but I'm not listening to nobody.
If I was a musician, I'd probably do the same thing you would. I would just close off everything else.
Yeah.
And tap into, my true, musical vision and
I'm
sing.
pretty sure that's why Kanye got that ranch out there in Montana. It's like, why else would you go to Montana and build a whole compound if not to like close out the world and listen to him? Even though I'm not a huge fan of the stuff he's been putting out lately, I think that's important to not be influenced by outside forces when you're trying to create a unique and individual sound. Wyoming. I'm sorry, Tony. You could have just said Wyoming. Yeah,
I didn't want to cut you off, bro. You were so confident too.
Wyoming too. Ain't no reason to go there either. Last question I want to ask you, Katori, is if you had 3 artists to pick to put on the project, who would they be?
On my project with me, or just a project in general, like 3 artists?
Your project with you.
Adele. Adele, just for the sense of what rapper got a song saying featuring Adele on it.
Right.
Nobody. Like that's status. Like it's up there. Adele did a feature? Like what? So I say Adele, probably Kendrick, and I really would want like a track with maybe like so many. Any era? Can I say any era? Dead or alive?
Go for it.
Of course, like then Pac. If not Pac, then Miseducation, Lauryn Hill. That era of Lauryn Hill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
That's an eclectic selection, man.
Yeah.
Very eclectic. And I think that also reflects what you said on like what I'm listening to or lack thereof. Like when you're creating, you really want it to be from an original place instead of like the influences of what's going on. Oh, this melody sound crazy. What can I do that for myself? So I mean, I think that's what's dope, is because now I know looking forward, at least if you keep that mentality, I'm not going to know what to expect sonically or even like narrative wise, which outside of your own narrative, but like what type of story might come out in the next project.
Yeah. I'm actually releasing a song on Wednesday. So.
Oh, wow.
Remix?
Yeah. So.
Is that the remix?
Nah. I haven't with the remix, I'm just sending it to you guys personally. This remix isn't coming out.
I can't.
Oh, it got deaded?
Yeah, it got deaded because I'm no longer with Capital. I chose to go in. Yeah, I don't want to be signing nobody no more. So
I hate it.
I'll send it to y'all for y'all personal listening enjoyment.
Absolutely.
But,
dang, man.
We keep it on the wraps, man. Let me tell you something. That track definitely has the potential to be one of my favorite tracks. Period. Not like just on the project, but like favorite track. And Freddie is definitely one of my like top 10 rappers right now. Mm-hmm. So to get one of my top 10 rappers on one of my favorite tracks would be dope as hell, man. So I'm very, very, very excited about that, man.
I'm if y'all could give me your emails, or did you DM me, or was it somebody just DM me? Which one was you?
That was me. I DM you all of our emails as well. to your Instagram, but it should be also in the email chain too. Josh's and Tony email is in there as well as mine for that as well. So
And send me your
gentlemen,
new track that you dropping next week, and I'll post it on my story and stuff.
Okay.
I hate how hard Instagram makes it for us to post like a music clip from people. They always pull it down, but I'll post it on my story for sure.
Yeah.
and I don't know why, but like they won't even let me play the music. Like Tony, how you do it from Spotify and like it puts the lyrics on there. I can't do that on my account. I don't know if it's because it's a business account or what, but I don't even have that option ever.
Really? Because I do it straight from IG and that music tab when you post it on the story. But I
don't have that tab.
You don't have a music tab on yours?
I don't have a music tab on mine.
So what I do, I select the sticker option and then you could click music and then that's how I search with mine.
Josh showed me that, and then that's how I post the clips.
Because I don't do that the music thing separate. It's a whole thing.
I'll try that, but yeah, man. All right, so listen, fellas. Just because Katori is here doesn't mean that we don't have to close out the show the same way we normally do. It's time to tally it up, man.
We tallying up in your face, Katori.
Yeah, hey, man.
I'm happy about it, man.
I'll kick it off, man. I told y'all how I felt about it. 7 tracks. I gave 2 of them 5s off the gate, and everything else was a 4, 4.5, 4, and then just that 1, 3. So based off of that alone, I got to give it a solid 4.2, man. That's why I landed with it, and between 4.2 and 4.5 with the 5 on the 2 songs right there. Again, I'm a huge fan of Sometimes. I thought that track was dope. I love the breakdown. I understand what everybody else is saying, but I like the little slow. I like the slower music now. I'm into that zone with the Party Next Door, and I love a lot of Drake tracks. I like the slower tracks. So for me, that was solid as hell. So definitely I'm giving that a smooth 4.2, 4.5.
I'm a fan of the project, man. I really noticed that that you have a really good way of crafting hooks. And that's big replay factor for me. And like that alone would probably make me run this project back. It wasn't just too much of one thing. Like you got your raps off, but also you came in and you added the replay factor of you didn't forget the melody in that sense, or you didn't forget about the melody. I only gave it 1.5, and that was Anxiety. I'm gonna give it overall a hard 4. I'm gonna give it a hard 4.
And this is out of 5, Katori. I don't want you to think we're rating it out of 10. This is out of 5. So
hey, it's all love. Even if it was out of 100, I love it. I love it. It's all love.
Yeah.
I liked, like I said, once we started with Run, it was a 4 out the gate, and then I was feeling it, and I love the shifts in tone. Like it'll be like Run is like a lyrical onslaught in your face out the gate. And then from there, we go into the shift in tones. Sometimes we riding the bike in the California sun. Other times we pull over, we drop the bike, we're in front of the liquor store. Yo, this is what happened to me. I'm like, oh shit. And then it got cloudy. And I like that. I like those tone shifts. And I was giving a lot of 4s in there. So I'm giving this, since it ended with a 5, too, I'm going to give it a 4.2 overall for the record.
That's a strong. That's a 5 by anybody else's standard, because Tony is a tight ass.
What a hard case.
Not a lot of albums we've been listening to have a strong first record and a strong ending. It's one or the other and a fall off in the middle.
Yeah.
Kalani did that. Kalani's album did that. We really enjoyed Kalani's album. She did that, but it was a lot more tracks too. That was a bigger risk. So for this to be a small project, and every song, I really feel like you put your best of the best on this project, and
for it to be made in 30 days, don't just run past that.
Oh, he made it in a month.
4.5 on that. You get an extra 0.35. I mean 0.3 point from me, because that's super impressive.
He made the whole project in 1 month.
Man.
Rent was due when he turned it in. Rent was due. He had just paid the rent, and then he made an album. Oh, I got to pay the rent.
He paid the rent, left the studio, locked in, came home, had to drop the same check in the same mailbox.
Who's doing this? Come on, man.
That's solid, man. Well, listen, man, for everybody watching, if you guys are not already, please go follow Katori on all platforms. On Instagram, it's his name. On YouTube, it's his name as well. man, support good music, support the homies, bro. Katori, thank you so much for pulling up, bro. We don't get up. You're actually our first artist that we've ever actually pulled up. I don't think we had talked about it, but we also was like, yeah, we don't want to bring the artists on because we don't want people to like shy away from how they really feel. But we felt like you were somebody that was going to be receptive to what we had, because we're never going to completely trash an album. We'll just be like, it ain't for me. But you took everything, all the criticism, all of our questions very well, brother. So thank you so much for that. And if you have anything that you want to tell people that you're working on, this is the perfect time to just drop everything, socials, new projects, and what they should look out for.
Yeah, well, right now I'm in preparation for releasing the song next Wednesday on the 17th. Of course, like you said, Katori Walker on all socials. I'm working on another project, which I'm really, really proud about. I don't want to expose the name because the name is like everything about it. But that project is done as well. I'm like 2 projects past done, basically. So I got 2 projects done coming out the gate in this single. And the single is called Melanated, and it's about just celebrating my blackness with everything that's going on. I feel like everybody right now is like kind of just like mad and we're angry, and nobody's like, yo, but I'm proud to be black though. You know what I'm saying? With everything that's going on, somebody has to talk about love. Even though I'm black and it's being mistreated, I love being black though, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing. You can pay me to be something other than black. So I wanted to make a song that accentuate that. So that's what this song Wednesday is gonna be talking about.
Right on time.
I can't wait to hear it, man. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Best Silent Listening Party. We will be back next week. We always drop the album that we're going to be listening to on Thursday. Please make sure you follow Best Silent Listening Party on Instagram. I'm going to continue to post on my page and Instagram. And the Best Silent Listening Party's Instagram page. But at some point, I'm going to stop posting on my page so I can just make sure that it's separate entities. But please make sure you follow, subscribe to Katori, subscribe to Josh, subscribe to Tony Baker's YouTube, and let's keep supporting the homies, man, and supporting great music. So we'll see y'all next week. Peace, and thank y'all so much for watching. And
He got up out of here.